Hello students. So far we have discussed about the channels, what are the functions of the channels, what are the different levels of channels 0, 1, 2, 3, and then we discussed about retailers, wholesalers, types of retailers, wholesalers, what are the formats of retailing and wholesaling. So now the next thing that is coming here is logistic management. So today we will be discussing about this. So first of all, we need to understand what is logistic. We all know that physical distribution. So when we talk about logistic, it is slightly a broader term in comparison to physical distribution. It includes all the activities that starts from raw material procurement to the delivery of the product to the final consumers for the consumptions. It also includes packaging of the product, order processing, inventory management, warehousing, and transportation. So it includes all the activities that involve uh, in making the product available to the consumer for the final consumption. So it is only through the logistic that the goods manufactured reach the location where they are demanded. That means it is used for the final consumption. So holistically, logistic is about assuring the right goods reach the right place at the right time and at the right quantity. And this is also the fundamental objective of distribution network as well. Then coming to the definition given by the Council of Logistic Management, it is a process of planning, implementing and controlling the efficient, cost-effective flow and storage of raw material, in-process inventory, finished good and related information from the point of origin means from the company and to the point of consumption that means to the end users after the purpose of conforming to the customer requirement. Once the order has been confirmed, now how that particular product or service will reach to the final consumers, this entire process uh, has to be taken care of so that there can be a cost effective flow and storage of raw material. So this entire things will be dealt by the logistic management. Now, what exactly the objective of logistic? The main objective is to increase the efficiency in this entire process as well as bringing effectiveness of operations and activities that are involved in making the product available to the final consumers. So basically the main purpose is to ensure the right goods should be reached at the right place, the right quantity in the right quantity in so that it ultimately reduces the cost. So now understanding the difference between the supply chain and logistic, most of the time we use these two terms synonymously or we consider these two terms same, but no, there is a difference between these two terms. When we talk about the supply chain, it is a broader term and logistic is a narrower term. Whereas logistic pertains to an organization, whereas supply chain integrates all the processes of the organization involved in manufacturing and distribution of the product. The horizon of supply chain is broader. So, logistic deals with the company, within the company, and the suppliers and distribution in terms of outbound and outbound activities. So, whatever activities that are being conducted in within the company in making the product available to the final consumer, that will be dealt by the logistics. Whereas when we talk about the supply chain, it integrates the processes of suppliers, vendors, dealers, distributors, and integrate the processes of all the organization involved in manufacturing and distribution of the product. So basically logistic is a part of supply chain. So there are major decisions that has to be taken in case of marketing logistics. The main four decisions are order processing, inventory management, warehousing, and transportation. We will see them one by one. First of all, order processing. Order processing means how the order should be handled. This refers to order to payment cycle, means securing the order, bills, invoice preparation, packaging, and dispatching of the final product. So, what is the main objective here? The objective is to ensure speed and accuracy of the transaction and the delivery and receipt of payment. delivery of the product and the receipt of payment. So basically what we are doing is delivering the product and taking the receipt. So this is order processing is order to payment cycle. Here what must be done is we have this has to be properly documented and proper records has to be maintained. And what happens due to this? What happens is it will reduces the order cycle, this order to payment cycle. It also reduces the lead time, ensure accuracy, and that the chances are reduced and there will be timely billing, invoicing and receipt of payments. So everything that is to be covered from order to payment, that will be in order processing. Then the next is inventory management. Here it involves the decisions related to raw material, work in progress, finished goods, and that should be stocked, and the quantity to be stocked, as well as where they should be stocked. So what the decisions related are like how much raw material should be there, how much work in progress inventory should be there, how much finished good should be there, so that we are able to meet the consumer demand, so that there is be no shortage or no overstocking. So what the inventory management does is it helps you in meeting the production requirement as well as the customer demand. It helps you protects against the uncertainty. It matches the demand and supply. So it is very, very important that demand forecasting is done in a accurate manner. So the major decisions involve how much stock should be held, whether in terms of raw material, work in progress, or in terms of finished good, or you can say in terms of maintenance, repair, and operating supplies, and what are in transits, how much material should be in transit and in pipeline, etc. So, what exactly this inventory management aims is maintaining an optimum stock level, that is economic order quantity, so that there is no understocking and overstocking. If there is understocking, what will happen is there will be stock outs, out of stocks in the market, and it will ultimately defame the company, and like customer will switch to the competitors. And overstocking, if you overstock the inventory, this will ultimately lead to the storage and carrying cost of the products. So managing inventory not only involves this maintaining these in these different types of inventory, as well as information sharing, receiving, storing, dispatch of goods, sorting of goods, and repackaging also, if required in certain cases. Now, coming to the third major decisions is like warehousing. Warehouse is actually a hub of receiving products that has been manufactured by the company and then finally distributing it to the final consumers. So warehouse acts as a store. It's act as a holding point or a flow through point where it stores the product between the point of origin, that means from the manufacturer, and the point of consumption, that means to the final consumer. They also facilitates the order processing, consolidation, mixing of the products, and as well as the cross docking. Cross docking means it is a practice like unloading the goods from the inbound delivery vehicles directly to the outbound vehicles, means directly and making the product available to the products. That is, it is just like just in time scheduling, where the materials are delivered directly from the manufacturer to the customer. It's just another mode of transportation. So it helps the stock against the theft, damages and other damages which can arise due to the weather conditions. So along with this inventory management, there has to be a balance between demand and supply. So company has to take major decisions related to warehousing, like what should be the size and how many warehouses should be there, how many warehouses should be appropriate to deal with the requirement of the customer, what should be the size, what should be the capacity, what should be the location, how they are managed, whether it should be owned by the company or it should be rented or like managed by the company. So these are all decisions that has to be taken by the warehousing part. Now coming to the transportation, which requires decisions regarding like now how the goods will reach to the final destination is something which helps in wider reach and deeper penetration into the markets. So the main objective here is to reduce the storage time and ensure faster delivery to the consumers. This decision has to be taken care of as they have a cost a factor involved in this. What are the major decision that has to be taken care of in terms of transportation is what are the modes, what are the choice of careers, career selection, whether it should whether the company should go for a rail, road, air, water, pipeline, or ropeways types of transportation. So a cost comparative analysis versus time, cost versus time analysis has to be done regarding the various factors, and then the company has to decide the best suitable mode based on the uh, based on different types of factors. Routing, networking, and scheduling are again that important issues that comes into picture here is. So what are the various factors that has to be taken care? Here is the cost, where it's size of the consignment, the physical distance, the spread, the geographical reach, the time taken during the transit, as well as the infrastructure needs has to be taken care of while deciding these decisions. So what actually this entire logistic management is? Logistic is all about making the product available from the company to the end users for the consumption. All the activities which are involved in this entire flow of the product from the point of origin to the point of consumption will be covered in the logistic management. So this is all for today's lecture. Thank you.